I can't find a single coat with 5 toggles. It's never been done before.
How many? Quick, Luke. It's time for play a record. How many most toggles on a single coat?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the newest episode of Playing Favourites, the podcast in which me and my good friend Harry discuss our favourites in a variety of different topics. My favourite animal is a buffalo. My favourite colour is fuchsia. And I don't know if I've already done buffalo.
Hold up, let me check that. Yeah, I've clicked on the wrong Google Sheets document. Hold on.
Oh, you...
Buffalo, you say? Because
Buffalo.
You've done ox. We had ox on episode 6.
They're different animals. It's okay.
Look, we have just revealed to the audience the fact that we have a spreadsheet keeping track of all the colours and animals you've done. That's a real look behind the curtain at that.
Or perhaps a look behind the capelet.
The what?
The capelet.
Capelet.
It's a type of coat, Harold.
A cape.
It's capelet.
I've googled this and all I'm getting is Etsy links. What the fuck is a...
Well, I mean, pretty much any type of coat, that's all you'll get.
No, that's not true. Capelet.
A capelet is a real thing, yeah. It's like a small coat.
Oh.
Which is weird, but it's not a small coat, that's a different thing.
Yeah, okay. No, this is... Oh, it's going to be one of those episodes. Yeah, a capelet... Okay, yeah, it's kind of like goes over your shoulders by the looks of it and goes sort of to, like...
Yeah,
to your chest, sort of covers
almost
that area.
Entirely... form over function. I can't imagine ever. This is not going to keep you warm.
Yeah, no, this is meant to look good, I guess. I'm seeing it.
They do look cool though. I do like them. They're very fantasy.
Would you wear this?
Probably not. No.
Yeah, that's the thing. It looks very feminine. I don't think it's really. I'm not seeing many men wearing capelets.
There's some. There's this guy. He looks like a character from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay, well, hang on. I found one man who looks like he's wearing a poncho. That's basically...
Yeah, they do. They're kind of just small ponchos.
This isn't a cape. It's too short for a cape, but it's too long. Yeah, it's too. But this one's too long for a capelet. This is like...
Oh, okay.
The poncho man is what I'm looking at.
Well, maybe it's a poncho.
This is one of those questions that I had to ask myself when I was looking for my favourite coat. Was what counts as a coat?
What the heck is a coat?
For example, is a poncho a coat?
I think one of the defining aspects of a coat is that you could take it off and not be arrested.
Is that a baseline? Is that what we're going with?
I think it's an important clarification.
So, does that include jackets?
Yeah, you could take off a jacket and not get arrested.
But is it... But look, I could take off my socks and not get arrested.
Okay, well, no, sorry. The point is, a jacket is a coat, yeah.
Yeah, I guess, is it an umbrella term? Is a coat like anything that you can put on?
No, that's a completely different thing.
Coats. But look, I could take off my umbrella and not be arrested. Fuck it, let's throw logic to the wind. Fucking
anything that you can take off and not get arrested for.
My sandals. That's a coat. There you go. No, that's not. This can't be a defining term. But I think coat is like that's the overarching term, which includes jackets, capes. Are we including capes?
Capes are coats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, Luke, this is a little bit. We're gonna have to pull that curtain a bit further back, right? That we were talking about earlier, or the capelet, or whatever the narrative is. Because I remember someone when we were getting in listener responses, which I'm very excited to get to. Mm-hmm. One of them was I don't fully remember. It was like a cape or something. And I genuinely had to sit and do research into whether or not...
You almost said response rejected.
I honestly, yes. I typed it. I typed response rejected.
Oh my god.
Okay, but I had to thought, or invalid, I think. And I had to think, like, I flashed back to, I found myself pulling from a previous episode. It was like, it was Styles of Hat, the sister episode to this one.
We have to bring up Styles of Hat because
exactly.
There's a lot.
God, we were so young back then. Do you remember that was episode 2?
Episode 2. But a lot of information from there is going to come and help us now.
But now in the future, yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I was thinking, because back in episode 2, we discussed the difference between headgear, hats, and I think there was a third one. Because like we're talking about bike helmets and things like that.
Yeah.
And so I thought if someone had said bike helmet was their favourite hat...
Okay.
I think I would have accepted it.
Yeah, no, you've got me on something here. Okay, high-vis jacket.
Yeah, that is acceptable. I think that is a jacket. It falls under the jacket part of the umbrella.
It's a jacket and therefore a coat.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next. Life
Me-
jacket.
Okay, now you're entering fringe territory, Luke. Now you've got me on the ropes. Yeah, I think we have to count it, right?
It
you have to
has
count
to
a life
count.
jacket.
It has to.
Yeah. What about armbands?
What about one of those rubber tubes?
I can take them off and not get arrested, Luke. It follows the rules exactly. I'm just saying. So, okay, well, I'm sure that there's many fringe examples. Like, unfortunately, as we both discovered, I can't see a Wikipedia page for list of coats, styles of coats.
It doesn't exist.
I'm looking at fitcoat.com. Well, maybe if we can,
we're having to find our own sort of auxiliary sources for this.
Yeah,
one.
which I swear happened before, probably with styles of hat, but I don't know. There's all kinds of different variations. I don't know. So the problem I have with looking for a favorite coat is often I like coats on a case by case basis. Like, that coat looks good. There's one doesn't.
Style of coat that I'm typically drawn to, because you can always have a bad version of that coat.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. So that was difficult, and that's something we're going to touch on once we get to favorites. Yeah. I guess the question I want to start off with, Luke, then is, what do you like in a coat? Are you looking for because for example, I have a coat over there, and it's like a big fluffy kind of pocket one. Yeah. I know we have our yin yang.
We have our matching coats. Yeah.
Yeah. Yours is like a white creamy color with the fluffy hood, and mine is a dark black color with the fluffy hood. Mm-hmm. Is that generally the kind of coat you'd be after, or is that just practical?
That's my coat of choice in regards to, because the thing is, for me, personally, coat, it's a function thing almost always.
Yeah, I'd be glad to agree.
I'm cold. I need a coat.
Yeah, that's fair.
If it's cold enough, I want a big parka.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you're putting on a coat, I mean, you've got like hoodies and stuff.
I have
right?
hoodies. Hoodies are also good. I don't have any well, I do have some cool hoodies. I have my Dark Souls hoodie.
I can hear you leaning away.
My Livy Loon video games hoodie.
Very nice.
They're good hoodies, Brent.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a matter of degrees, right? Like, if it was a bit, you want to throw something on, didn't want to, you're just going out, it might be a little bit cold, throw on one of those hoodies or something like that.
I mean, it is kind of the thing about a hoodie as well. As much as I would wear a hoodie if it is cold, more important than that, I would absolutely not wear one if it was too warm.
That is fair. Okay, no, that makes sense. I get that. I mean, I've just had a small revelation. I don't know whether I'll weave in my
gasp. Like an actual gasp.
Yeah. Okay. Luke, just backtracking a moment to what qualifies as a coat, right? So you've got those hoodies, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they zip up or pull over?
Okay, well, right. So, those two that I just described are both pullovers.
Okay.
But I do also have zip up hoodies as well.
Okay. Now, does that mean, is the Supreme Court ruling that those zip up hoodies are coats, but the pullover ones are not?
I think the pullover ones are also coats. Because think about a poncho.
Did we? I've forgotten already. Did we count a poncho as a coat?
We haven't really discussed it, but it defo is though, right? I don't even know what else you would call it.
I don't know if it can count, because I feel like a coat has to open, right?
Yeah.
That's just so natural. That's the fundamental thing.
I don't know, because I'm just thinking about whether or not I could take it off and not get arrested.
I'm sure, the answer is obviously yes. But that can't be a qualifying factor. I refuse. I'm thinking, it's the same fundamental part of me that says a hot dog isn't a sandwich. Because, it's just not the right way around. It's just not... I know it's something between bread.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, for coat.
Coats typically have long sleeves.
Okay.
Debatable, but okay.
Well, fine.
And open down the front, closing by means of buttons, zippers, hook and loop fasteners, toggles, a belt, or a combination of some of these.
Yeah. Okay.
So it does seem as though maybe you're correct on this one. Maybe a coat is definitionally something that needs to be open or closable.
I would say that too. But where does that leave you then? What is a poncho? What is a pullover hoodie? Where's their place in society?
They're outer garments. That is what Wikipedia says on the poncho page. It calls it an outer garment.
As you say, outerwear. Like, that's a thing,
Outerwear
right?
is a thing, yeah. But
Oh my god, list of outerwear. It's a Wikipedia page.
Holy shit.
We've got it.
We've found it.
Holy shit, Luke. This is exactly what we're looking for.
But the
List
thing
of
is,
outerwear.
like, does that mean... So, coats are a type of outerwear, but not... Oh my god, yeah, no. There is I found it. Category coats, clothing.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Well, this list of outerwear
is a
page...
separate one.
Yeah, this list of outerwear page is interesting because you have got coat, cloak, jacket, hoodie. It's the kind of level we're discussing right now. Top coat, sweater.
The super category.
Yeah, ski suit, a shrug. You know what that is?
I have no idea.
A shawl. Luke, shawls.
We haven't even talked about shawls.
Hang on, what's a shawl? Oh, I know what a shawl is. Okay, we're good.
I have found that poncho is listed on the Wikipedia page for coats, clothing category. So
some of these have very silly names. Is the thing. This is an exploration episode.
Talking about Redding goats.
I was looking at goggle jacket.
Ooh.
Which, from what I can tell, it's one of those. What the fuck? It's one of those that you zip up all the way like over your head.
Oh yeah, no, I see it.
This one on the Wikipedia page is like a stormtrooper.
That's a stormtrooper, yeah.
Yeah, and the goggle aspect, I guess, is you look through the zipped over hood.
I had a hoodie that could zip all the way up. It was not see-through though, but you could zip it all the way up. And just...
Well, all the way into the hood, like that far.
I never really knew why, but I did often do it just to, kind of see how it felt.
In compromising social situations where you can just sort of slowly zip up all the way over your chin, around, and then just stand there. Oh god, that feels like an idea for a short film. There'd be like really sad music playing as you just retreat. That was the zip. That was the zip going over.
That was
okay,
good.
Cool.
Really great Foley work there.
Hang on.
Thanks, Harry.
Do I have any things that zip to hand? I've got my big coat over there. That has a shit zip on it. I've ruined over the years, but that's fine. What about fastening methods? How do you feel about them?
Zip is obviously the superior one, right?
Ooh, what do you mean by superior though?
It's just it's the most effective method of closing. Like it just with buttons, there's always those little gaps, and it's a bit more fiddly. And if one button can come undone, and then you have to kind of I've got to fasten that one. But with a zip, done. Whole thing's closed, completely sealed.
I think you're right in that it's the most practical or the most it does the job the best. But for example, I remember buying a button-up coat. It was far too small, and I sent it back immediately. But it had a lovely, I think aesthetically speaking, zip's probably one of the worst, right? When it comes to how it looks.
I mean, that's why I think the best is zip with a little fastener over the top. Maybe it's got little buttons on it, or
I think it's either my current coat or the last one.
The ones we have do have a Velcro.
Do they? Okay, thank you for telling me about my coat.
Mine's actually buttons, but
you have buttons. Oh, hold on.
They're not buttons. You know those little they click in. They're like buttons.
Hold on, Luke. I've bought my coat over here. So hold on. Yeah, okay, this one's got little Velcro patches on mine. So
we found the difference.
The difference between our yin yang coats. Yeah, but that fastens over the top, which is I wonder if people can hear me holding my coat right now.
I can hear it sort of rustling a little bit.
Listen to it. Listen to the sounds of my coat, listeners. But yeah, I don't know how much I like that. Get out of my fucking way. I don't know how I feel about that because it's two layers unnecessarily. I don't want to, because then I've got to try zip, and then I'm pressing down the Velcro. I'm basically rubbing myself, just fasten all at once.
Why is sealing Velcro so difficult for you?
Because it's oh god, hang on, I don't want to do individual patches. I'm in a hurry. I'm going out the house. Okay, just rub all those closed. Has that done it? Oh well, maybe. All right, it'll do, I guess. And then I'll out. To be fair, I actually don't zip up my coat that often anymore. I like that open coat look. I'm
into open coat look, but again, if I'm wearing a coat, it's probably because it's cold.
But even then, Luke, I think there's a line of fashion versus practicality.
Freezing to death.
No, it's fashion versus practicality, and I'm I think even though it is cold, I think I might leave it open as well. Because chances are you're walking somewhere as well, and that gets your body heat up, and you're moving. That keeps you warm. and like I don't know, zipping up the coat. I'm actually thinking I can't remember the last time I zipped up my coat, but that's not for me. I think it just looks nicer and is like, you know, I'm still getting all the benefits of the coat, right? Like,
I guess. I mean,
although I don't know if I do that with like a button-up one or something like that. And what are the fastening methods are there on the Wikipedia page?
button, zip. I've lost
Hook
the page.
and loop fasteners.
Hook and loop is good.
Oh my god, they're Velcro. That's what Velcro is.
Oh yeah, I was
That's
thinking
the
of something
thing.
else.
I was literally talking to someone about this the other day. Velcro is the brand.
Is it?
Yeah, and hook and loop fastener is what they're called.
I had no idea.
Yeah, this. Okay, your reaction was much less violent than theirs, but like,
No, I mean, like, why would it be violent?
because like Velcro,
They started fucking throwing shit.
They called up Velcro HQ. You
I'll
sons of
fucking
bitches.
dare you!
But like, you know, everyone's heard like that bit of trivia, like, oh, Hoover is the brand, vacuum is what it's actually. You know, everyone knows all those. But Velcro, that's like, yeah, that's like a common thing. Everyone just calls it Velcro so much. Whereas hook and loop fastener is no good.
Well, it's like water.
Yeah, that's the brand.
Brand name.
It's
H2O is the.
hydrogen, dihydrogen oxide. Yeah,
Yep,
dihydrogen
yeah.
oxide is the. Oh god, that's actually kind of right though, isn't it?
Yeah, kinda. In the most non-correct way, yes, it is correct.
Fuck, because water is like we knew what it was before we knew the like chemical composition. So we called it water, and then was like, oh, this is H2O or aqua. That's kind of strange because we don't have that for like
Salt.
yeah. So salt is like another one because that is NaCl, sodium chloride.
I mean, like almost any physical material.
No, because then like you know you talk about
Actually, like iron, I guess. Still.
yeah, some metals. Yeah, they're like pretty standard. I guess like iron in its like
Steel.
ore form. Yeah, but yeah. What? Why does some of them have names and some of them don't? Like you know, a particular alloy might be like it's a titanium gold alloy or whatever. Like it's not got a name, but some of them have names. Why has that happened?
I think it's due to like when the alloy was created. Like if the alloy was kind of substantiated after we had knowledge of chemical theory. Hey, so this is our coat episode.
Coat episode. Yeah, we're getting lost in the weeds here, but I just want to hook and loop fastener.
Hook and loop is Velcro. Okay.
Yeah. I would never ever trust a coat to just fasten with Velcro ever.
That's
Not
a
a
much.
million years. Like sure as a secondary method, but even then, I don't know. Part of me thinks
Well,
maybe
it's okay though because if your coat does come undone because of the Velcro,
yeah,
you won't get arrested. It is a coat.
that is true, and I can take it off without without being arrested. So as we've qualified this fucking episode, fine. The next one is toggles on the list. I don't know what that exactly means.
Toggle.
I guess that's like are those the ones that it's like a little sort of wooden stick
Little,
on a loop,
it
and you
is,
can
it
push
is.
through. Yeah, okay.
Love
Oh,
those.
nice.
I think they're good.
Hmm.
I think it's a sole method of sealing, not great, but I do like them.
Would you wear that? Would you wear that, Luke Cobb?
I've worn a coat with toggles on it before.
Okay, now I'm looking at pictures. I guess it kind of works. Yeah, okay.
How many toggles do you think is on your average coat? Because I'm looking now.
What, on an average coat with toggles?
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Okay, probably like 4?
Yeah, 4 seems to be the most. I'm
The
actually
most?
kind of shocked by the fact that almost all of these pictures... There's a couple with 2 toggles, but they're like baby coats. There's some
okay.
with 3, which, you know,
Yeah, I'm
reasonable.
seeing with-
There's 4. I can't find a single coat with 5 toggles. It's never been done before.
Because how many? Quick, Luke. It's time for play a record. How many most toggles on a single coat? How many can we get
The
on
world's longest coat.
for a giant? Yeah, no, I'm not seeing many with more than that many toggles. But
Which seems surprising
sure-
to me, because buttons...
oh, you have loads of buttons.
Loads
I
of
guess.
buttons.
Yeah,
Hundreds.
thousands of buttons on a single coat. Well, I don't know. I'm not. I think I agree that I'm just content with the zip. Like, you know, with the next one on the list is a belt.
No one's using a dang belt. I guess for I'm thinking like a dressing gown, which
Ooh.
is a coat technically.
Yeah, that's a coat.
Although if you take a dressing gown off in public, you might be arrested.
Yeah, that's that one does challenge the rule, Luke, a little bit. But yeah, but like a belt, I guess on like what's that fucking? Is it a trench coat? The one with the does that have a belt?
They usually have that big sort of flap bit that can.
I
don't even know how you do up the
belt. I think it depends on the style. I'm looking at trench coats. Oh god, yeah, some of them are like tied.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's no good to me.
I like that. I do like.
I don't like the belt.
If it's done well.
I don't like the belt. Interestingly,
belts have a lot of buttons on them. Trench coats have a lot of buttons on them as well.
I think it looks quite cool. I'm looking at these picture trench coats. Many of them are cream. How do you feel about a cream coat?
Mine's kind of.
Shit, you have a cream coat, don't you? But how do you feel about like a trench coat kind of cream coat?
I'm okay with it. I'm not against it.
It's very bold.
It is. I agree, but I find wearing any colour that's not,
just any colour,
grey or a shade of black, that's bold to me. You're really taking a step that I don't know if I can follow.
That's true. Although I think with this, I'm excited because I think with this coming winter, I'm excited. I might treat myself to a nice coat. I might challenge myself. Look, yeah, I might get maybe, like a nice button coat. Maybe I'll go hook and loop fasteners. We get a trench coat.
Don't go for hook and loop.
I won't go hook and loop. Don't worry about it. It's just I don't know what I was saying. But trench coat. I don't know what came over me. Trench coats are very nice. Yeah. However, if you think about the mental image that projects of someone with a trench coat in an alleyway, like don't know about that. I do think
there are two different styles of trench coat though, because there is kind of this more like fashionable kind of a sleek design.
Yeah,
looking quite fetching, and then there is like big leather trench coat with this looking kind of spooky. Maybe you've got illicit materials. Trench coats are typically associated with communities of as we on the internet call them neckbeards. And it's because their favourite movie is Netflix. No, what? I meant The Matrix.
Their favourite movie is Netflix the movie. Yeah, sure. Okay. But I don't know. You're saying that trench coats are associated with neckbeards?
They can be. There's also like a lot of... There's some like punk communities. But
I guess that's alright.
Trench coats are actually they're quite diverse, I will say. I guess
so.
I think a leather trench coat, you've got different kind of connotations there.
I guess that's true, yeah. Hang on, I'll pull a picture of them. Ooh, yeah, this is like... I don't know. I find it interesting because I remember back on episode 2, Styles of Hat, we were talking about... We talked about the fucking fedora. Yeah, and how... we're back. Connotations with the... with internet incels and neckbeards.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And how I think both of us agreed, right? Like we were like, yeah, fedoras are cool. Let's reclaim the fedora, right?
Yeah,
like we're both pro fedora.
I would say that with trench coats as well.
Are trench coats, would you say, the most defining example of like a coat that has been claimed by bad connotations? Or are there any? I'm trying to think of like other. Because you see, like...
I mean, like, you've got, like, biker jackets, I guess, which I don't necessarily think is, like, bad connotations, but...
I guess, like, I'm thinking of what we would call here in the UK, and possibly maybe even local to Nottingham, a chav.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like some punk, like, youth with, like... Not with a hoodie, but they'd wear those coats that are, like... I don't know, they kind of...
Oh, I know.
I don't know how you describe them.
They're
kind of puffy.
Jacket.
Yeah, like... They wear those, and I feel like that. If I saw someone wearing one of those, I would be like, "What kind of person are you?"
Yeah, I get that.
But like, I've just searched for puffer jacket, and I don't. Like the ones I'm imagining, they've got lots of. Yeah, okay, there are some of them, but they've got lots of puffs.
Yeah.
The ones with only a few puffs, they're fine. But like I'm seeing one here that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 12 puffs on this blue one that I'm looking at on this puffer jacket. It's too many puffs. I'll say it again. It's too many. I don't know what else to call them.
I mean,
this does feel like one of those episodes where people across the world have different kinds of coats, right? Like, would you see this style of coat in Uzbekistan? I don't know. Like, maybe if their different styles would be more prevalent, less prevalent, and maybe even because we never even heard of, Luke. I hear you typing. Are you Googling fashion in Uzbekistan?
I was looking up leather jackets.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I fucking love leather jackets, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. Would you wear one?
Not my favorite, to be honest.
You don't like them?
No, it's not what I said. I said not my favorite.
You said that you don't like them.
I said
Luke hates leather jackets.
I said not my favorite. I just, almost everyone I've met who has at some point owned a leather jacket. This isn't entirely true. I'm pretty sure Tim owns a leather jacket.
He does, yeah.
And I like Tim.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking that.
A lot of people who I do know who wear them, I'm just kind of like, whatever, get over yourself.
What? What is this?
What?
What do you mean? What do you mean get over yourself?
It's just, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just kind of, a lot of people I know who wear leather jackets are people that I'm not massive fans of. Not except for Tim.
Wait, what?
Tim very much.
Oh, so you're saying you typically don't like people who wear leather jackets?
It's not the leather jacket's fault.
Yeah, I don't know if you can pin that on leather jackets.
I'm not blaming the leather jacket. I'm saying
you did just say that you hate leather jackets. So, it feels like you've gone a bit far, Luke.
What are those, flight jackets called? Because if I ever saw someone wearing one of those, I would maybe
Wait, the ones with, the fluffy,
Yeah, like a bomber jacket, I think it is.
Is that what they're called? God, I know what you mean. Bomber jackets, I don't like bomber jackets. They have the coolest name, but,
They do. But
no, they're no good.
I'm not entirely against it, but I get where you're coming from.
I quite like fluffing coats.
Yeah, I think I would agree.
It did just sound. Sorry, when I said that, it sounded like I was trying to sense the word "fucking" into fluff in coats, like fluff when there's fluff inside coats. I like fluffing coats. Yeah, I think that's nice. I've got a big fluffy hood on my one. I know you have a big fluffy hood on your one.
I have a big fluffy hood, but I've taken the fluff off of it, and I don't know where it is.
Wait, you've taken the fluff off?
I took it when I cleaned it. I took the fluff off last time I cleaned it.
With shears?
No, it's got a zip.
What, you can take the...
Yeah, it has a zip where you can take the fluff off.
Hang on, what degree of fluff are we talking? Where's my coat? Hold on.
What do you mean, what degree of fluff?
Are you talking about, because there's around the rim of the hood?
Yeah, the rim around it that...
See, I'm also talking about... So for those of you who don't know what my and Luke's coats look like... There's a ring of really fluffy fur kind of stuff around the hood, but then inside the hood there's I'd call this kind of like a fluffy sheep.
Yes, no, I can't take that out.
Yeah, I was gonna say okay, but you can take off the ring of fluff.
Yeah, you can probably take it off of yours
as
well.
No, I can't. I'm having a look now. This is properly properly attached. Oh, it's got these weird little. I've just noticed behind the hood. There's What are they called? You know those weird little things where you push in on a plastic little thing, and there's a. Alright, this is going nowhere. I'll just cut that.
What? Yeah.
Look, we don't worry about that. I literally can't describe them. You push this plastic thing in, and there's a little bit of string going through, and when you push in the thing on plastic.
I know what you mean. And you can tighten.
You tighten stuff. Yeah. What are they called?
I have no idea.
Okay, I hate them. They look so ugly.
Why?
I really hate them. What
an unnecessary hatred. This
is
playing favourites, Harry.
You're right. This is supposed to be positive. This is supposed to be positive, but they just... I don't think I've ever used one, and all they do is get in the way for me.
I've used them. You know when I'm really cold? In fact, in modern times, if I forget my mask at home...
Yeah.
Get my coat on,
and just
seal my hoodie as far as it will go, and cover my entire face.
Yeah, you need your hoodie that zips up all the way, so you can just.
I can just go in,
disappear into your cocoon,
shops completely free of charge. No one will ever stop me as I look like the biggest criminal.
God, that would be what a TikTok or Vine that would make. You're like, oh shit, forgot my mask. And then you walk in and just immediately oh god, bump into something and fall over.
Start throwing stuff on the floor.
Yeah, knock a whole bunch of stuff off the shelf. That would be if someone wants to make that, I'd love to see. With the shop owner's permission, ideally. Really, do you have anything else to say about coats? What else?
There's one thing I do want to address, and it's something that we discussed in the hat episode.
Yeah.
It's the alignment chart, Harry. We're going back.
Okay. Oh, as in because
form. Okay, I'm going to talk about
As a refresher, from what I recall, in styles of hat, we had an alignment chart which was we had two because we did the brimmed and brimless one, which then had it was brim and brimless on the top and bottom, and then it was you had like formal, informal, and novelty. I think. Are you talking like that? Is that what we're doing? Okay, cool.
So we got hood.
Yeah.
Hoodless.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we've got formal. Informal, novelty. It was formal, casual, and novelty, I believe.
That's what it was. Formal, casual, and novelty. Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm actually drawing this in paint right now.
It up. Get that on screen.
Yeah, that'll be in this. I'll save my scrawlings in the show notes. Don't worry for everyone to see. So you've got. I'm going to write the word. So what was that? It was hooded and hoodless.
Hooded and hoodless.
Yep, lovely. Hooded. Maybe I should be using the text tool, but that's fine.
No, just handwrite it.
I'm just scrawling it. I have an art tablet literally to my left, but I'm doing this now.
Cheating.
And then you said it was what? Formal.
Mm-hmm.
And then casual?
Yeah.
Novelty coats.
Novelty. Yeah, see, I do think that's where we're going to hit some difficulty.
Okay, let's fill in the chart.
We'll get there when we get there.
So hooded formal.
Hooded formal is going to be difficult because a hood is typically, it's a function thing, and formality typically is,
What about like a cloak?
Ooh,
a hooded cloak.
Yeah, a hooded cloak.
There you go. Yeah, okay.
Yes, because when I go to my formal dinners,
a wedding,
I often bring my cloak along.
I just imagine you sort of skulking in through the front door, like sort of walking and like with like heels up, sort of with like some kind of discordant piano or violin in the background as you like peruse your way into the dinner or wedding you've attended. So cloak goes in there. If I'll draw a little picture of a cloak instead. There we go. Okay, I'm quite happy with that little picture. There we go. Right, what's next?
We've got hoodless formal.
Like a blazer or
like a default jacket.
Yeah, exactly. This drawing is less good.
Oh no.
I've sent you a picture. People, I implore you to check out the show notes.
Wow, you've really brought some artistry to this episode.
Yeah, but I'll show you my cloak as well. The cloak I think looks quite good.
Oh wow, it's very no, it's good.
It's very minimalist. Okay, right. So, casual hooded. I mean, just like a hoodie, right? Like,
a hoodie, parka.
Hoodless casual, like a bomber jacket.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah, I've just drawn the exact same image that I did for the blazer.
That's fine.
Excellent. That'll be alright. People can figure it out. I think they've got a zip. I'll give that a little zip.
Now we've hit the problem zone.
Novelty. Hooded novelty.
The thing is, I actually do think that cloak might transcend
into novelty.
It's both formal and novelty.
It can't be both. There's no way we can have it.
It has to be both.
I mean, shit. I guess you're right. I guess it's kind of like top hat, right? Because we talked about top hat.
Yeah, exactly. Top hat, incredibly formal piece of headwear, but also
kind of novelty.
Yeah.
Did we put it on the chart last time? I forget.
Wait. Okay, we'll go back to the hat alignment chart. Wizard hat. That is novelty, correct? And obviously not formal. What about a wizard's cloak with the little stars on it, and
Does that have a hood? Typically,
a wizard one typically doesn't, but invisibility cape from Harold Potter.
Okay, so I'll draw the invisibility cape. There we go.
Good choice. Okay, nice. And then we just have to come up with a hoodless novelty cape.
Yeah, I guess that would be. What
about a justacore?
A what?
I have no idea if that's how it's pronounced.
How are you spelling that?
They're the ones that are worn by like French counts.
Oh, I just searched for. Oh god, I just searched for. Just a corpse. Like that's not worked. Okay, no E on the end. There's no E on the end of just a corpse. For God's sake, listeners, there's no E on the end. Click the link in the show notes for that one. Fucking hell. Okay. Jesus, that's one hell of a mistake to make. Yeah, these look right? These look like I don't see a hood.
I mean, they look formal. I mean, typically formality becomes novelty over time,
Yeah, I guess so. That's true. And it
and
does say...
also, I literally couldn't come up with any other possible answer to this.
This is a good answer, and I'll put this on. I don't know how I'm going to draw it.
Go on,
It's
draw it.
It's got lots of little... It's got those, like, lots of little... It's just very fancy and ornate. Yeah, if you imagine, listener, like a sort of... Yeah, like a French...
Duke. What we've learned today is there's a lot more novelty hats than there are novelty
Yes,
coats.
by quite a long shot. So, there we go. Just finish that off. Excellent. It looks like 2 rulers attached by a piece of string. That's nice. Lovely. There you go. That completed chart will be in the show notes.
Thank you, Harold.
Excellent. We've done a great service this day. Luke, speaking of people doing services, there's the listeners have done us a service by listening to this podcast and also by writing in. There you go. That was a bit of a stretch. I don't know why that became a thing. I don't know why I have to lead in some convoluted segue, but...
I don't know. I don't know why you did that.
But that's okay. But basically, Luke, I want to know what people had to say about what their favourite coats were.
Yes. Okay. So...
And you didn't need to do that either. But
I don't know why I did that. I'm
that's
thinking...
fine. Okay.
I'm looking at the answers and seeing... I'm saving one of them for later, because it was the longest response we've ever gotten, and I really want to get into it. Okay, we've addressed these earlier, but from Spectral Lime and Hellcat.
Lovely.
Spectral Lime wrote in capes.
Ah, there it is.
Hellcat wrote in with capelets and frocks.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Capelets, obviously positive. Big fan.
I don't know if I'd extend to positive for capelet.
Okay.
They're fine.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
they're fine. Yeah.
I am going to say, though, frock is definitely a dress, not a coat.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I'd Googled the wrong thing, because these are all very clearly dresses.
They are... I'm not sure if I'm missing something. Maybe frock coat.
There you go. That's a good idea. Frock coat.
Oh, what the heck is this? These are all, like, long... They're all long coats.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, there is a Wikipedia page. Frock coat. Not frog coat.
Frog coat. I'm seeing the word steampunk being thrown around.
Yeah.
So Edwardian, like, that kind of thing. Frock coat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's kind of what this is. Lots of...
I will say...
It's got buttons and clasps.
This does strike me as a novelty coat.
This is very novelty coat, yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. These are great.
I probably wouldn't wear one in my day-to-day, but, perhaps if I was going to a lord's fine meal.
Yes, and you've left your cloak at home that you would usually wear at these formal dinners.
I might pop in with my frock.
I don't know. These are... I'm struggling because it's one of these where the Google image search has given me lots of different results, and it's like, well, which one of these is...
Yeah, which is the real
real.
One.
Yeah, so... Which was a problem, as we discussed earlier. Like, well...
I think what we've realised is that coats are indescribable. Undefinable.
Maybe. I feel like this is the first hint towards, like, the true lesson behind playing favourites of, like, some things are good and some things are bad, and categories often don't do it justice, Sometimes you can't just say, I like all of this thing.
I like all coats.
Yeah, like, you couldn't say that, Luke, because there's so many different kinds of coats. Could you say you like all trench coats? Well, there's a lot of variation there, Often things like this, it can be case by case, so... I don't know. Maybe there's deeper meaning behind that.
The friends we made along the way.
All right.
Next one.
Give us another response.
We've got puffer jackets from Ellison Shares.
Puffer jackets. Are those the ones we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, we have mentioned them.
Are those the ones we said all those horrible things about earlier?
Not horrible things. You talked about how the only people who wear them are chavs and how you hate the British working class. But
that's not what I said. Don't spin this around on me. All right, it was funny when I did it. Okay, yeah. I think fewer puffs better, right? Like, how do you feel about this?
I've never worn one. And I probably never will. They also they seem quite I don't know. They've just got an energy to them that I don't know if I can truly match. I found one here that's rainbow coloured, and I'd quite like that one actually.
Oh, that sounds fun. I like that.
All the other ones, I don't know. I just find myself scared of everyone wearing puffer jackets. I think it's because it makes them look larger. Like, they look like they could beat me up easier.
There's like an evolutionary instinct inside Luke's mind.
Like, that's their rippling muscles that I'm looking at. And they're going to pound me to dirt.
God, some of them are just a little bit ridiculous. This one's definitely going in the show notes because it's huge. Yeah, it's absolutely massive.
I mean, that's what I'm scared of. What if that's not actually the coat, Harry?
That's actually the lady inside.
Yeah, and she's like a behemoth, and she could just kick the shit out of me.
I mean, maybe that is the case. However, I am also seeing some on the other end of the spectrum where they just look kind of sad and deflated, and like the puffs are like really small.
They must like. Do they not deflate over time? Like, how do they?
I don't think it's air inside there. I think it's sort of a loose padding. No, it's just like a loose padding. It's actually various juices. That one's apple juice.
That makes more sense actually now that you mention it.
Yeah,
and something I had not really considered.
It's like bubble wrap.
Yeah,
you roll around on the floor and it just Luke. That's not how that works. Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
But I don't know. How I feel about
yeah. I'm not against, obviously. Everyone, everyone's allowed their favourites.
Okay. In fact, I'm looking at a bit further into it. I'm seeing somewhere they have multiple colours going on, like the lower sort of 2/3 are black, and then there's like a white puff.
I like the ones that are like gradients. I do like those.
Yeah, and it's a grey one. That's very nice. Again, there are ones I like. This, oh my god, this one. Luke, what's that cutlery that we like?
Harry, are you looking at the one where it's a ginger man and he's got a?
No, I'm looking at this one. I've just sent again. Link in the show notes.
You're talking about the iridescent cutlery. Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I'm thinking the Asda iridescent cutlery, but it's this kind of shiny neon synth wave. I don't really know how you describe this.
But could you imagine actually wearing it?
I'd love to. I think it would be amazing. I think it'd be great.
You're a stronger man than I.
For €70, you too can wear this particular jacket I'm looking at.
Harry?
Yeah?
Are you prepared?
Yeah? Oh, maybe.
Pastel Spell wrote in. Pastel has given us an answer with great detail, and I'm willing to give it the time of day required.
Dear Luke, you still ain't called a rote. I ain't mad. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. I'm ready.
Coats are terrible, and I will do everything I can to avoid wearing one.
All right, I feel like we need to hop in. I feel like we need to jump in already and like
go ahead.
I think that's ludicrous.
Okay.
It's like not liking trousers.
All right, well,
right? Do you agree with me there?
I mean, kind of.
Okay, continue.
They're too much hassle. They're too hot inside. / in the car, or you have to carry them around, which is annoying.
True.
My range of motion is limited, all this so I'm not slightly chilly in a parking lot for 30 seconds.
I mean, but nah.
And I agree.
Okay, well...
If you spend very little time outside...
Yeah.
Coats are a pain in the ass.
Okay, I think I agree. For example, like if I am gonna go into a car to go somewhere to get out of the car and go into a building, often I will not bring a coat. Maybe I'll bring a hoodie or something, just in case we end up going somewhere. When I'm at the destination or whatever, just so I'm not totally unprepared. But I do agree. Yeah, it is a well. But even then, I don't think you lose anything by putting the coat on, right? Like you just put it on to get in the car, and then you're in the car. Like it's not like I can't fasten my seatbelt.
Like, well, it depends, because, if you are someone who, maybe, for whatever reason, struggle to fasten your coat, there's a lot of reasons why that might be, then, it's a bit of a pain to have to put on the coat.
True.
Put on your shoes, put on your coat, go out the door, get in the car, take off your coat, take off your shoes, put on your driving shoes.
Then that would be a hassle. Then it would be justified. Okay, I do see. Yeah, and I guess maybe if you're this lady in the blue puffer coat that I sent and I've put in the show notes, that would be quite a hassle.
Yeah, it's a big coat.
But I guess also, I don't zip my coat up often, so it's not like when you sit down, it kind of if you're wearing a zipped up garment and you sit down and it kind of bulges out at weird points. It's a lot with hoodies. Like if you've zipped your hoodie up all the way, and it kind of you know what I mean? It kind of bulges in weird ways.
Yeah, kind of I know, I get you.
Like if that's...
If I'm sat down wearing that coat and I kind of just get this weird... I look like a big mass
Yeah, it's a little bit
It's no
strange.
longer identifiable human parts.
So I guess they enter into like uncanny valley, like body horror realms. But yeah, I guess that's not a problem I've had. But I could see it happening. Yeah. Is there anything else? Who wrote in with this story, by the way?
This was Pastel.
Pastel Spell. Thank you. Is there anything else they had to say?
They do actually have a favorite coat.
Okay, right.
It is their utility coat.
Utility coat.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of like a parka, I guess. It's quite similar, but not quite as bulky.
Oh, okay.
And it's for when it's cold.
Little sort of collar, yeah. Looks like a pretty standard coat. I guess that's the thing. In this case, as they've explained, if
you don't need it, why would you wear it, right?
Yeah, and even if you are, you just need something bog standard, right? Like just something that'll get the job done. This looks like a coat that'll get the job done. Yeah, I'll say it. So as much as I disagree with Pastel Spell, like I can see their reasoning, I can see their logic here. Like, yeah, and I guess this is a good coat for them. Like it makes sense.
And that's what's important about playing favorite.
Yeah,
it's about finding the right favorite for
you. Exactly. No, I'd agree. Yeah, I think this is so. Whilst I absolutely disagree, and looking at this coat just at face value, I think it's fine. I do think it is a little bland, but I can see why people would like it. And so, sure, I get it. I understand, and I empathise.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, I sympathise. No, wait.
I don't remember which one's the right one.
I do one of those two things.
One of those is correct.
So,
but not the other one.
Yeah, absolutely not. I'm drawing the line in the sand.
Well, Harold, I'm ready.
Are you passionate about yours? Are you ready? Do you really?
I'm not hugely passionate. I want to talk about my honourable mention first.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Because we haven't even mentioned it throughout the entire episode, and I'm shocked.
Oh man, okay.
A big yellow raincoat.
Oh, they're fun. Yeah, I like
big yellow, big nylon, whatever the material it is.
Yeah,
it's got rain on it. Big and yellow. I like yellow raincoats.
Yeah, but I think only in fiction. I don't think in real life.
Yeah, they're not real. They don't. I've
Confirmed.
never seen a real person wearing
a yellow raincoat. Yeah. Is it outside? Speaking of raincoats and stuff, is it outside the spirit of playing favorites to talk about my least favorite coat?
It is outside the spirit, but I'll grant you the floor.
Okay. Do you know what a cagoule is?
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate cagoules.
Don't like a cagoule.
Oh my god! Like they're like plasticky. It's a raincoat, listener. For what you're thinking, if you don't know, it is just kind of like a plasticky raincoat in a particular colour.
I've got terrible news.
What?
I wear a cagoule.
Oh my god, you
when
do!
I go to work.
I've seen you in your cagoule.
In my cagoule.
If
it's raining, I'm gonna wear my cagoule. It's the most waterproof thing I have.
You should just get a waterproof coat, though. Like your coat
is
If
waterproof.
we have the same,
that is my coat. Yeah, but it's lightweight because I don't want to get hot. I just want to be protected from rain.
I know, but they're just so like pathetically practical. It's like no effort has been made to even make this look at all fashionable, and they're just gross and clammy and
that's
like.
That's because they're 100% form.
But even then, they don't do. They're not even that nice to wear. They're all plasticky and clammy, and like
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but they're not. They're not for. They're just for rain. That's what they exist for.
I know, and that is true. That is a situation where you do want high functionality. Like you want to be looking at that, and so like I get it, but. Like, I just want a waterproof coat. Like, this extra auxiliary. It has no place in society, the cagoule, in my eyes. Wow. But, maybe that's it. Let's bring the tone up a little bit, Luke. You were saying about your favourite. Let's
uplift.
Yeah. I'm curious. I have literally no idea. I'm thinking about what you said this epised.
Go on. Throw out a guess.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like... I know you I think you like your creamy yin coat.
That's right. I do like my creamy yin coat.
Yeah. And I know you like practicality. So part of me is leaning towards maybe you like a parka? Maybe that's your favourite?
Harry, I'm astounded.
Yeah?
I don't know if this is the first time you've ever got it right.
Wait, oh my god. Did I get it?
I mean, you are correct. It's this parka.
Yes! I did it! I got one!
I've had it for years.
I got one!
It keeps me warm.
Yes.
This was the first coat I ever bought for myself.
Amazing.
With the intention of being I want a nice coat.
Oh man. You've sealed its fate of going in the show notes now, Luke. I'm gonna need a picture.
You need a
Oh,
picture.
man.
You've got one.
I do actually. I'll put that one picture of you in the show
one
notes.
picture.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
It's a good coat.
Ah. Yeah. No, it's
I
nice. It's nice. It's a nice coat.
I need it.
Fluffy
I like to
hood.
wear it. It's
Yeah,
got a fluffy
thick.
hood. Keeps me warm. I think it's good. I just like the coat a lot.
Is it that
That's all I
coat
got.
in particular, or is it?
No, I like parkas in general. Like, one day this parka will become, it's going to reach the point of no return, and I'm prepared for that day, and I'll buy a new parka.
You'll just buy the exact same one. No shame.
I might.
Oh, but look, that's so sad because, like, you got to move
You'd
on.
rather I mourn the loss.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I get attached to my coats because I have them for years, and so it's like my trusty old reliable.
I might
coat.
get a new one. I don't really know yet. I haven't thought about it too far.
Maybe is it on its way out? Your
I think it is.
Current.
But, like, it's not, like, raggedy or anything. It's just kind of, like, I've had it for so long.
Yeah.
At a certain point, you do kind of have to
That's true.
get a new one.
Well, the
right?
coats can be quite expensive, right? Like 50 quid.
They can be, but this one's from Primark.
Okay, I don't even remember where I got mine from. Probably Primark.
Did it not say?
Hang on, let me have a look. Oh. I love that we both just have our coats there. This is a very hands-on episode.
I literally threw mine on the bed when I got in.
Mine is from Belfield. That's what the label
I don't
says.
even know what that is.
Neither do I. Belfield. Not sponsored, by the way. Oh, it's a clothing company. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
I mean, that's about what I expect.
Can I find my coat on their website? Ooh. That'll be a fun activity. That's one for later, but yeah, okay. I can't disagree with you, Luke. I have literally the same coat, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, it's very nice. I do like a parka. I like them. I appreciate them. I don't like your colour of parka. I wouldn't wear it. I think it looks good on you. Yeah, I guess I don't like, because I do like it. I wouldn't wear it is what I meant.
Yeah.
But I think they're a good coat overall. So that's fair enough. My favourite is sort of, it's quite different, I guess. I feel like we have represented our views accurately. As my one is a bit more fashionable, I guess, as I was rooting for earlier.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's
didn't realise that mine was
blow after blow. I'm sorry, Luke. No, I don't mean like
this is really
going ham. No, I don't mean it like that. As in, yours is a very practical coat, and mine is less practical, but more stylish.
Yours is something perhaps more lightweight.
Yeah.
Style forward.
And there's going to be some explanation needed as well, but I think you could get it. If you want to guess, you could get it.
Style forward. I mean, you mentioned leather jackets earlier and how you like those, and you did get quite indignant when I said they weren't my favourite.
That is true.
So I think it's probably a leather jacket.
You're incorrect.
Damn.
I've always been too scared to buy a leather jacket. Like, I
That's
don't know
fair.
if I could pull it off.
I understand that.
But maybe one day we'll see how it goes. I do like leather jackets, but no. And we're gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to defer to your judgment on this, because
well, it's your favorite.
I know,
so...
but we'll get there. We'll get there, because my favorite style of coat is a men's trench coat.
Oh, okay. Specifically,
I guess I mean, like, that's when
what
I
kind
search
of
for.
colour are we talking?
Nah, I reckon probably a dark, like a grey or a black, probably over the cream
okay.
ones. However, Luke, this is where I'm going to have to defer to your judgment. Last episode on emojis, I didn't allow you to have specifically the Google turtle emoji.
Yeah.
Okay. And we just gave you but we're not because we're about to get even further into the minutiae, Luke. Okay.
Oh no.
I don't like trench coats with belts.
Okay, all right.
I don't like them with belts. I don't like the belts.
Oh, gee, we're gonna need to really.
Yeah,
You've really bought some new.
I couldn't narrow it down beyond trench coat without belt. It's not its own style. I'm just looking at some of them do, some of them don't, and generally I don't like the belt.
I get you. I get where you're coming from.
Is that allowed?
How do you feel about having a belt but having it undone?
It's better, I'd say, and there are better kinds. I don't like the ones where it's just a knot. Like, some of them have like a clasp. It's kind of like a belt you'd wear.
Clasp is good.
Clasp is good. So I don't know if it's not allowed, then it's fine. I think
this is fine.
Trench coat, no belt. I mean, that would be my favorite. I think
we don't have a. I'll take it to the board and see how they feel.
Yeah, okay. God knows how I'm going to fit that into the tiny amount of characters I get in the Twitter poll.
No belt.
Yeah, maybe I'll just put trench coat in the Twitter poll, but everyone will know if you've made it this far in the episode. Exactly. So But yeah, that's my favorite because it is very cool and stylish and very very grand. You're making a statement if you're wearing a trench coat. It's got all the buttons and stuff and the lapels.
No, I do agree. I think a lot of my opinion on trench coats has been tainted by internet discourse.
Yeah, okay, fair.
But I do think like a good looking trench coat is quite nice. It's quite stylish.
How do you feel about long coats in general?
Long coats are good. I've never worn one personally.
Yeah,
the coat I wear currently is actually a large, so it is quite long on me.
Yeah, okay.
It's intentionally a large, by the way. I'm not a large. I'm a small.
Oh, okay.
But I love that this coat is fucking huge.
Massive.
On me.
Well, to be fair, I really don't like. I assume your coat does the same thing. It's really long at the back. It's much longer at the back than it is at the front. And so I've kind of got this like, I don't know, little tail that's like flapping behind me. Do you get that?
Yeah, I kind of get that.
I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of that. But like a long all-round coat that kind of goes down to like knee length. Good knee length coat. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think I've ever owned one.
I couldn't because I'd be so scared of like getting on the bus.
Caught.
No, my coat's stuck in the door.
I don't know, but it'd be worth it for all those times you get to go round a corner and like the long coat like, flaps out.
I have worn a cloak, to be fair.
Oh,
so,
and
like,
how fun is that? How fun is that?
It is quite nice.
You
at one point I had to walk home with the cloak still on, and it was very windy.
Oh,
and I just
Luke.
looked like a fucking warrior.
Yeah, it's just like flapping in the. Oh man.
Okay, weird interlude.
Okay.
It's kind of a silly story that we
Go
have. I was dressed up as a knight, and I had this cloak on.
Yeah.
And, I was with my two other friends, and we were walking, and this young woman approached us, because we were at a university, we were returning from a university event.
Okay.
And she approached us and asked if she could walk with us, because she didn't want to walk home on her own at night, which is totally reasonable.
Fair, yeah.
But I did feel like the weirdest man in the universe, as I'm dressed up as a knight, and I'm like, yes, ma'am, I'll happily walk you home.
You're literally her knight in shining armor.
Yeah,
oh my
it was
goodness.
a very strange experience.
How have I heard of this?
We had quite a long conversation with this woman where she was like, why is one of you dressed up as a man in a suit with a red tie? Yeah. One of you is dressed up as a knight. And one of you is dressed as a jester.
And she chose you guys.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, these are the guys.
To be fair,
I guess you're probably not going to mug her. Yeah.
Solid choice, yeah.
I guess so.
I mean, we're fairly identifiable at that point.
That's true. On CCTV, yeah. Oh my god, what an amazing story. There you go. And that's coats bringing people together, right?
Yeah.
Sure, we'll call it that.
But yeah, those coats.
I can't believe I've never heard that story before. Oh my god. That's fucking incredible, Luke. Holy shit. Thank you for sharing that. God, I don't know if it's going to get much better than that, Luke. I think that's it for coats, right?
That's a wrap on coats.
Oh my god. Well,
I don't have any coat related puns that I can end the.
That's okay.
episode
Well, I've got to do the outro, right? Like we've got time to
talk. Yeah, I know.
While we tell people.
Whilst you're doing that,
you can think about that. Well, I thank everyone for listening. It's been a good one, episode 14, talking about styles of coat. Very cool. Again, I like that this episode has a sister episode with style. It's got like
with hope.
Yeah,
hope.
styles of hope.
Styles of hope.
Yeah. Maybe we'll come back to maybe it'll become its own separate running series of styles
until we invent our own outfit.
Maybe. Oh my goodness, and we can put it all together. Yeah. That's just what playing favourites, man, wears, I think.
Yeah.
But, anyway, but yeah, that's fantastic. If you want to get in contact with us, we're on Twitter @PlayFavourites. Remember, favourites has U in it, FAVOURITES. Where when we're going to do an episode, we tweet out asking what your favourite whatever is, and you can get in contact, get on the show with your favourite. We also do polls for who had the best opinion from a particular episode, so that'll be going out soon. Lucas absolutely smoldered me. Is that a word? Smolder? Yeah, in the last.
Oh yeah, I've been absolutely
in the emoji poll. I think I got. Oh, it's kind of just depressing.
My win streak is continuing.
Yeah,
so I'm pretty happy with
it's
that.
the most decisive victory I've ever had, which makes me deeply upset. But that's fine. That's for me to handle. I just need that validation, Luke. That's the thing. But anyway, so that's the thing. You can also get in contact via email, which is playingfavouritespodcast@gmail.com. We do check the email. You can get in contact with anything on any of the platforms, episode ideas, what your favourite coat is. We'd love to hear, as well as just anything. Get in contact. We'd love to hear from you. Luke, final word on coats. Anything to add?
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, Harry.
Yep.
It's the end of the episode.
Okay, you set yourself up strong,
I didn't.
but you
That
didn't have
was
that second
incorrect.
part. Okay. Sugar.
I could have interjected when you were talking about the polls and talked about how you were riding on my coattails.
There you go.
But, I missed my mark.
But after the 3 cut attempts at doing the outro, you thought, I don't want to ruin this one.
I just let him finish.
Yeah, okay, great. So, right, well, that's it. Thanks for listening, everyone. Take care out there, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye-bye.